Hello, hello, hello. We're going to give it some time for people to come in. I want us to do some breathing together. I got some dragon cards out. Feeling the vibes, feeling the energy. How are y'all all doing? Hello, hello. And y'all gonna breathe with me? We gonna breathe together. We're gonna pull some dragon cards to welcome in the new year. I know it's been some time. I had to take a little a little break, a little hiatus off of social media for the most part, mostly Instagram. Um, and so, yes, hello, Sandra. Hello, Cicely. Hello, greetings, greetings. Um, yeah, the energies are very potent. I want to share some fire breath with you all today, just to kind of bring up the frequency and just purify anything that may be a little bit either dormant or malignant or just lethargic in the body. Just raise up the chi a bit. So I think that will be a great way for all of us to connect. Can you all hear me well? Let me know. I have some dragon's blood burning, which is very, very, very good for protection and clearing your space of any dense energies, right? As well as removing and breaking any energies that may have been consciously or subconsciously sent your way that isn't honoring your highest good. Excuse my voice. As my throat chakra has been going through transformations as well. Just taking the other card out. That's funny. In the bottom of the deck, it is the black dragon, which says cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. So definitely a lot of us have been, and I'll just show that for y'all. A lot of us have been in a space of just show you that better. There we go. I kind of felt like the lighting was not the best. Right. A lot of us have been feeling called to get some rest and restoration, get into deep meditation and contemplation with where it is that we are moving forward day by day, right? Day by day. All right. Some of it is gonna, and it's funny, bottom of this deck is the Blackberry Dragon with timing. So black dragons for sure coming through. And blackberry. And I didn't even I did kind of pre-shuffle this deck, but I didn't look at what was in the bottom of the deck. And so that's just confirmation with what I have going on around me. Yeah. So hello, Connie, greetings. Can you all hear me well? I didn't see anything in the comments section, and I just want to make sure before I continue on. Pranayama is a very healing technique and not just pranayama, but breathing techniques in general, because pranayama is a form of breathing techniques, right? And just techniques with your prana, with chi, and yama's the action. Yes, I can hear you. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Happy New Year's to you as well. And so different techniques of breath work can channel different areas of your mind, your body, and your spirit simultaneously or even separate, just to cleanse, purify, and activate your chi, right? activate your prana, activate those good ass vibes, right? Showing up so faithfully. Honestly, I don't know if I show up a lot on Instagram. um, I definitely know that spirit is like, biatch, you need to show up a little bit more. um, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot of shifts going on, and I want to touch on like everything, but I kind of feel like this is not like I kind of just feel like we're supposed to focus on some breath work right now. And the breath of fire specifically is connected with the solar plexus. And in different medicines, there's different elements for different organs. And the breath of fire is going to stimulate like your liver and your spleen and different other areas of your body, but those are also known as like wood organs. And so we are going to connect the fire elements with the wood elements and the air and the earth, all elements, right, of ourselves, to really bring up the vibration, to purify anything that's not serving us anymore. Let me grab my other phone so I can put the timer. We're probably gonna do segments of 30 seconds or a minute. I was thinking 1 minute to be better, but it might be 30 seconds. So give me 1 minute. My bad. All right, cool. There we go. I told y'all there's a lot I want to kind of talk about. Hey, Diaz, there's a lot I want to talk about. Yo, did 2024 come in with a bang? Because it did. It did. It did. The number 8 breakdown, what's going on in the collective. That's what we're going to be. Just the astro as well out there for real. As much as you come on here and share via stories, posts, readings, etc., I'm just saying I've been blessed by you. Oh, I thank you. I love you. I have so much gratitude for all of you who continue to support, show up, that get anything, honestly, out of anything that I post that is useful and serving you for your highest good. My thing is, it's not always about me showing up. Like, it's not about me showing up for me. It's about me showing up to touch the version of source of you that is in connection with your highest and greatest good, to bring that elevation, to bring that clarity, to bring, oh, you got your package. Yay. I'm so glad you got it. I actually didn't send you the Aya, just because I have something else I'm going to add, which I believe it was the flower she just started. Grandmother Aya is blooming her flowers. And so I'm really happy about that, because just the way she connects and different body parts of her is truly divine, it truly connects with you differently. And so her flowers to me are very relaxing and soothing, and brings calmness to your nervous system, allows your nadi system to elevate in a very calm and safe, protective manner. And it can kind of help you with sleep. For some people, she is just so relaxing that they just go to sleep, or, there's different parts of um, grandmother Aya. And so different parts are going to activate different things. And just so many people are used to, her full body, where the T, where they are, receiving like the DMT proportion of her. But she is just more than just like, she's just bomb. Yeah, I'm excited, but I know the timing will be perfect when she's here. Yeah, I don't force it when it's supposed to be. There's certain parts, and so yeah, I'm actually gonna go pick up. She was blooming. She's my rainbow brother. Just, I mean, it looks like a freaking ayahuasca jungle of her vine growing in his space. And um she was blooming. And my space, she hasn't got into flower yet, so she's just leaves right now. But it's okay, because she was resurrecting from her roots. So that made me really happy, because I love when, like, they're so hardy and so strong, and they're like, what, like, I'm strong. You're gonna see, some people just might think it's a dead plant or something, and it's like, no, the roots are very much alive. And um we can look at our ancestry, we can look at our DNA as our roots, and very much alive. And there's parts of it that, it appears as if it's dormant. It appears as if it's not. They say junk DNA, like, no, it's all important. And people will just throw away plants and think that it's dead, and not realize, like, if you just breathe, like we're gonna breathe in life into that, you can see the resurrection of it, and a different transformative experience for everyone involved. I'm gonna probably have to open a window, because it's getting extremely smoky in here. Or I'll do this. A matter of fact, it's about dragon spirits, right? I'm just gonna put this little bit so she can come out. There we go. That'll help. I don't know if it's making it smoke more or less. It kind of feels like it's smoking more. Um, yeah. Give me one moment, y'all. I know we're gonna get into the breathing. Right here. Thank you. Yes. It was burning some dragon's blood. And she's lit. She's fucking lit. Um, oh my gosh. And that dragon's blood, I kid you not, like, it shapes the face of a dragon itself. I could see the dragon's head. All right. Breathing into the roots of our being, breathing into our DNA, activating um, our connection with source, activating a stronger connection with our ancestors, with our ancestries, for they are genetic makeup of our cells and our body, and elevating it into the highest frequency of purification that we wish to connect with. um, it's an 8 year, and so it is to destroy and build. And sometimes we just have to, in order to purify, we have to destroy that which is hindering us, destroy those energies that is not serving us any good, and not in a way where it's lacking love, but in a way of perfect love and perfect trust. That's going to mean different things for different people. It's going to look different. um because essentially it's never separation. It's wholeness of your divinity, of your being. But it's like an extract is what I'm hearing or seeing, actually the word seeing. Like, for example, if you were making an essential oil and you're extracting the purest form of the oil from the plants, you're extracting the essence, right? Which is, they say essential oils, the essence, the spirit, from the body of the plants, right? To anoint it or be anointed by the oil. And so the oil is the love, the magic, the frequency, the energetic makeup or energetic signature of Smokey, like Snoop Dogg's house. Yeah, no, she chilled. She chilled because I was like, yo, my fire alarms are gonna go off and I don't have time to be like going in and out. Doing that. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. So get into a comfortable seated position. You can sit in easy pose or hero pose, asanas. Gonna put the alarm timer. We're gonna do 30 seconds at a time. Just so that way, whether you are catching the live or the replay, if this is your first time doing a fire breath, you can kind of start off gentle with your body. Do this at your own pace. It's preferably fast pace, right? And so yeah, I want to do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, well, 11 minutes. I didn't hear 10. I heard 11 at first. So do you want to do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 11 minutes? Greetings. Yeah, let me know and then we'll get started. And we're going to do 30 seconds, pause for a moment, 30 seconds, pause for a moment, etc. For up to either 3, 5, or 11 minutes. And of course, you can do this technique at home. You can do it with a partner, with family, someone who is trained in different forms of breathing techniques to keep you safe. Obviously, if you are pregnant, you don't want to do this breathing technique because I am not responsible. Do this at your own will. If you have high blood pressure, you do not want to do this breathing technique. Or any heart issues, I'll say that. Any heart issues, high blood pressure, pregnant. I said that already. Yeah. If you smoke, this may be a little bit more intense for you. If you just ate, usually it is recommended to give your stomach an hour because technically you want to do this on an empty belly. But if you cannot be in an empty belly, then at least give yourself an hour before, so that way you don't purge up your food, right? Trying to think what else. I feel like there's something else missing, but all right, y'all need to let me know. 3, 5, or 11. 3, 5, or 11. Let me know so we can get started. Let me know so we can get started. And I'm going to put the timer so we can start breathing. I'm going to show you a mudra, which is a hand position that activates your nadis. So we're going to actually rub the palms of our hands, activate our nadi system to get that fire, to get that chi activated. And then we are going to use that mudra as a pillar or an anchor to continue to move the energy, the prana, the chi upwards. Okay. Now, if you're comfortable with doing the mudra, and if not, that's fine. 5 minutes, that's what I was thinking originally. Okay. It was between 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Excuse me. You want to do this sitting up? You're going to feel your body getting hot. That's completely normal. You want to do this at a fast pace. But if you find yourself getting dizzy or just, out of balance, you want to stop and pace yourself, catch your breath, and then start over. As you do it as fast as you can. So I'm going to do like a medium type breath. Okay. So you can just do this with your palms of your hands on your knees upwards to just receive divine energy. Essentially, you want to just kind of connect with your fire, with your chi. And like I said, the organs that's going to be really stimulated or connected with the elements of wood. And this is going to purify your internal world for your external world. And so anytime we do any internal world, any internal shifts, there's always going to be an external shift that occurs as well. So if you see things kind of withering away or breaking apart or falling into pieces, falling together and activating in a beautiful way, know that it is all happening because as you are shifting inside, it's shifting outside for you as well. All right. Different schools of thoughts and different schools of yoga have different names for different mudras. And I know it's connected with Rama, which we do chant Ram, Ram, Ram for the solar plexus, right? I believe it's called Raja Mudra. It's been so long since I said the name. But essentially, and we're going to rub our palms. So let's actually take a deep breath here. Just a regular breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Rub the palms of our hands, activating our chi, closing our eyes for a moment. Exhale and shake for 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Okay. Gonna take another deep inhale and rub. You activating your nadi system, your palms, your energy. Exhale 7 times. One more time, deep inhale. And rubbing your palms fast. Exhale. All right, you can open your eyes. So we warmed up our hands, right, to connect with our chi. Okay. And so you're going to put your hands together as if you were holding your hands like this. You're going to put the pointers up. And if you are female, you can put the left thumb over the right thumb. Or if you're a man, you can put the right thumb over the left. It doesn't necessarily have to be if you are a man or a woman. If you want to channel your feminine energy more, or you want to be more in your masculine energies, that's how you're going to do it. Okay. So feminine energy is left thumb over the right thumb. That is the traditional way that I know to do it. And then the pointer fingers up And you start at heart center, and then with the first inhale, you bring it up. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this a bit. There we go. You move it up over your head as so. Now it's up to you if you want to continue to move up and down back to the heart center, or if you just want to stay up, right? Both have, this is a bit more, they're both connected with yang energy, okay? Because this is a very active breathing technique. So they're both going to raise up the chi. It's just doing it actively high into heart center is going to activate more chi. It's going to activate more of the heart's connection to the divine, right? Essentially, you're bringing the connection from the divine to the heart to the divine. When it also, we're going to do the Mulabandha peace god. So the Mulabandha, if those of you that know Kegels, in a sense, you are going to take the muscle that is right by your pelvis, right? You're going to internal. So men, you also have this too. It's in between your shaft and like behind. It's close to where the male's G-spot is, okay? So what you do is you feel it. This is in your root chakra. It's close to the colon, okay? So that layer, that piece, you can feel that muscle. And what you're going to do is you're going to inhale and contract the muscle, and then exhale and let it go. Now, on a regular day where maybe you are doing foreplay or interacting with your partner and wanting to experience a more sensual connection with them, women, because we are built slightly different from men, when we inhale, we actually don't contract it, we release it, and on the exhale we contract it because of how our cervix is. And so this will allow for your chi and orgasmic energy to flow more freely. And why do we do like the Mulabandha or Kegel exercises? They're two different exercises, two different things, but they're similar, right? A Kegel helps you lock it, and the Mulabandha is the knot, the hold of that energy, and the Muladhara is the root chakra, right? So holding that energy, what we are essentially doing as we're doing this breathing technique, excuse me, as we are doing this breathing technique, we are going to take the energy from the root chakra and stimulate it upwards, okay? Bringing it upwards, connecting it with our sacral, the solar plexus, especially with this breath of fire, and all the chakras moving up. And so essentially the energies is moving up. You're going to hold the Mulabandha for the 30 seconds and then release it on the last exhale of the 30-second. Okay, this is more like beginners, right? If you are more advanced and you want to, contract and detract with every fast-paced breath, if that's something that you can do, you can do that. That takes a lot of work, a lot of knowing which technique flows for you in the circulation of your energy, right? Essentially, this is connecting with our sovereign spirit, our sovereign energy, right? And you can do certain chants with it. The chants connect with certain energies. They also are keys to unlocking certain parts of yourself, but it is not necessary. Just the breath alone is the spirit that is essential to you. Okay. So some people will do Sat Nam. Okay, that's how I was taught originally in Kundalini Yoga. However, I am not going to do the Sat Nam out loud right now. You can do it in your head. You could do it out loud. If you do the Sat Nam, it's Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. And you can do it that way, or you could just stay as stated with your arms up and just Sat Nam with the inhale, right? So Sat Right. Sat nam, sat nam, sat nam. We're going to do the breath through our nose, the inhale and the exhales through our nose. There is another, it's called the lion's breath of fire. And essentially the, right? Or it's also connected with Kali. So some traditions will call it Kali's breath. So yeah, okay. I know I've been ranting for a moment. Just letting y'all know for those of you who are doing this for the first time. Okay, making sure that everything is covered. You want to make sure that you are drinking water afterwards. And we're getting started. So I want you to take this time to close your eyes, sit in a comfortable seated position, upright, tucking your chin in just a bit. And we're just going to breathe naturally here for just a moment, for about 5 seconds in your natural breath. Now you're going to place your hands in Anjali prayer mode into your heart space and put your intentions here at this time. Okay, we're going to start with the mudra. So put your hands into mudra. And on your first exhale, you are going to raise it up. So in 3, 2, 1, inhale. And exhale. I'm going to pause it here because I put the timer for 30 minutes. Feel that energy. Okay. Flowing. Inhale, Mulabandha. And breath of fire. Exhale. Release the Mulabandha. Feel the energy circulating. Also, for those of you, you can take your tongue and put it at the top of your palate inside your mouth as you close it so that it's circulating inside. I forgot to mention that. Inhale. Start. Just keep breathing at your pace. Exhale. Hold. Exhale. And inhale, start. Stop. Hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Start. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Start. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to do one more round. Inhale. Hold. And start. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your palms on your knees. Feel the energy, taking a deep inhale, regular here. Hold the energy and let it circulate. Exhale through the nose, slowly. Take another deep inhale here. Exhale slowly out the mouth. Inhale. Hold it. Put your intentions in at this time. Take a deeper inhale. Swallow. And exhale slowly out the nose. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. So I'm not sure how many minutes we did because my timer fucked up. But what I meant to mention also, because I could feel some breathing from like the chest, you want to breathe in and out through the belly. So essentially, when you do this breath, inhale, your belly expands like a pregnant woman, like a balloon, okay? And in the exhale, it is going inwards towards your spinal cord, all right? So if you need to do, that's why you're going to notice different breathing paces as the air is circulating through your organs, okay, as it's purifying. That's okay. The more you do this, and it's been a long time since I've done Breath of Fire, the longer you do this, usually we'll say do 60 seconds at a time, but you can start like we did 30 seconds at a time. Pretty sure we did a little bit longer than 30 seconds at a time. And I apologize for that. As stated, because I put my alarm clock for 30 minutes instead of 5 minutes. I don't know. I literally put five, but I mean, I put 30 seconds, but I don't know. It went to 30 minutes. So you're going to feel the chi. Just how do you feel? How do you all feel from that comment in the comments? And then I'll get into the dragon cards, and I'll do a dragon card for everyone that's here if you want one. I'm definitely going to do a collective one to start off with. Don't judge yourself for whichever pace. If you had to slow down, if you had to go fast, just it's a practice, right? For a reason. You could be the most skilled breathing master, and there's going to be certain days where your breath is going to be long-winded or short-winded, because every day is a different day, energy, every moment, right? Definitely drink water as mentioned. Greetings. How do y'all feel? I feel great. I want to keep going, to be honest. I feel like that was just a warm up, which it was. Oh, and it's also normal if your body is shaking. I wanted to say that that's a lot of the times energy breaking and your kundalini rising. Okay. So, yeah. And let's get started. How to do a better time with my clock, with my timer. Yeah, definitely put 30 minutes. And in my head, I put 30 seconds. And I didn't just want to stop. That's too funny. Too funny, y'all. All right. I didn't want to stop the timer each time. So let's see. This is the first dragons connecting with your solar plexus, and kind of what foods and connection for the collective that is going to be most beneficial for your activations at this time and connecting. Like if you're eating, okay, other than fasting, what there we go, jumped right out. So for some of you, this is the connection of companionships, connecting with companions. Yeah, may have been feeling really, really guarded with your companions, and you're looking for someone to stick to you like peanut butter, right? You're wanting someone to really just be with you through the thick of things, right? Through the thick of it. You may have been eating a lot of peanut butter, and I would say it kind of feels like it's slowing you down also. So connecting a bit with like some kiwis to bring more fertility and lightness. Okay. For some of you that may be feeling guarded, you may be connecting with like artichokes can help you move through that energy. So like some artichoke dips, or zucchini to diversify your connections with people. Bring in more of a healthier connection with people. So connecting with zucchini. I believe both zucchini and artichokes are very fibrous, if I'm not mistaken. And so this is like really releasing like old connection, releasing the shit, having patience with yourself as well. Okay. To bring in growth, to bring in that like good luck in your favor, right? And for some of you, it's either letting go of eating onions or having onions around for the sake of like just releasing and protection. Onions do play a certain part of Like onions could absorb a lot of energy. They could have a lot of energy around. So you could probably be someone who absorbs a lot of energy in your solar plexus, right? In your gut, maybe like an empath. And you kind of haven't felt like you detoxed in a bit, or you kind of just feel like you need to do like extra protection at this time, or just releasing. Okay, take those messages how they resonate with you. And so there's the onion dragon. If you are like empathic and feeling like you are just absorbing a lot of energies at this time, connecting with some onions, putting some onions around. This could also be that perhaps you have some like companions or friendships, or that were a bit draining of your energy, or vampiric in some way, shape, or form. And it may not necessarily be that they're trying to be vampiric, but you could also be the vampiric one sucking on their energy, um, rather than just staying in your own energy as well. This could also just be that maybe you're feeling sick. Okay, and so I'm hearing like an onion soup, um, or like an onion, like foot bath. Okay, or even just putting like onion in on with white cotton socks. Okay, maybe you have been experiencing like a cold or chest congestion. Okay, and you are empathic, and so you are releasing at this time. The artichoke and zucchini. Okay, for those of you who have been feeling like you're feeling lethargic, or needing more fiber in your life, needing to let go, needing to, I'll show you one at a time. So this is the zucchini, to diversify. This could be like change of perception, perspective, a shift of consciousness. This is definitely to bring in a more prosperous energy as well, with diversity. Okay, it could have been a lot of like old ways of thinking that has been hindering you and holding energy, like holding, it's been energy that's been holding certain parts of you back, because it's a need to be open to change. Okay, and then here with the artichoke and guarded here. Okay, this could be, allowing yourself to open up to receive, because there may have been trust issues you had with yourself that has caused you to have trust issues with others. And so you've attracted relationships and connections with people that you've needed to hold yourself guarded, that you've needed to, be protected from. However, this is to help you find safety and security, and trusting yourself and your highest self, and the connections that are going to rock with you through the thick of it, right? Through loyalty, through strength. That isn't just going to leave when things get hard, right? And so it's going to build a stronger connection with your discernment, with your trust with yourself, and your trust in the relationships that you attract to yourself. Okay. There's going to be, on a collective level, also a lot of energies happening around you that, yes, spirit wants you to be open to change your perspective, and be open to, certain companions and connections. However, they want you to know to differentiate, when you need to be guarded, and when to allow yourself to be receptive and open. okay? Which is going to take you trusting yourself, because there is going to be a strong need to spiritually protect yourself. For example, there were some energies that just came in and tried to request to go on live to do some very naughty things. And although they didn't say a single word, having the discernment and being in tune with self, being able to see the energies around you and which ways that they will serve, right? And that was going to serve to disrupt a message that is coming through for the collective, right? That was not going to serve us in our highest and greatest good. That was going to end up causing this video to possibly not be able to be uploaded, or the message to be shared, right? And so in trusting myself and knowing, where it is I am with spirit and what is to come through for the collective, I knew not to accept that request, right? I knew not to bring that forth, right? And so that is something that as an empath, you are going to find yourself, as you are connecting with these dragon spirits, as you are connecting with these foods, as you are connecting with yourself, right? First and foremost, connecting with self, with source, with your highest self, to learn to differentiate, which part of you have been keeping in the dungeon, and which part of you is ready to fly, which part of you is ready to burn, which part of you is ready to, I think I just said fly, but like, navigate through, right? Just the different body parts of your inner dragon as well. And how that is pertaining to your connections externally as well, right? As stated, with those that had the trust issue, that's something that if you're constantly putting the blame on you can't trust other people, it is not a matter of whether or not you can trust someone else. It is a matter of perfectly loving yourself and perfectly trusting yourself to put you in situations that are always going to serve your highest and greatest good, despite the appearances of that experience, because all things should be working in your favor for your highest and greatest good. And if it is not, and it is causing you to externally constantly put blame onto others of, this is why I can't trust them, the truth is you couldn't trust them to begin with, because you had already had a conversation with yourself stating this person is not to be trusted. And because you did not listen to that internal voice of trusting this individual, and you went against your healthy discernment, you had to experience an uncomfortable, unfortunate experience to where they have proved themselves to be untrustworthy. Only so that you can go back to yourself and see where your values are. See what you do trust and what you don't trust. It's always back to source, always back to center. Okay? Now, this is not to say that you are the cause or the blame of whatever was done to you. Absolutely not. But this is to say that your source will always guide you, and it is up to you to trust yourself to know what the message is for you, and that it is all serving in your favor. Sometimes a person comes in as a catalyst, specifically feeling almost as if a trickster spirit or something like that, to get you to honor your highest good and allowing you the free will to choose which connection you want to vibrate on and learn the lesson, regardless of which side of them you connect with, to see if you are strongly divinely aligned with your trust of source and self, or if you are easily manipulated or easily distracted or whatever. Different lessons for different people. Just using that as an example. And in either way, it is not to shame yourself. It is to be thankful for the experience. And sometimes it's a beautiful experience. There's going to be healthy, meaningful connections that are going to show you wow, I really can trust this person. This person has reminded me of what trust looks like. This individual shows me that I can trust myself. They're constantly reminding me of my own power, and I love them for that. I thank them for that, for being in perfect love and perfect trust with who they truly are, connecting with divine source energy that allows me to be in my truth and nature. Right? And so those are beautiful. Both cases are beautiful. Your perception of it will be what it is going to be, regardless of you finding the beauty in the lesson or not. Regardless if you choose a blame game of blaming yourself or blaming others, it is not a blame game at all. It is simply what it is. But there is the need to be held accountable and responsible with your own energy versus projecting it out to others and constantly blame, right? And so that's where like the onion comes in, right? And talking about the release, right? The release of certain mental constructs, or the release of, that vampiric energy. If somebody was feeling vampiric energy, some of the things that happened is we will, and I've been guilty of this, so I'm saying we, right? I've learned differently, right? So, Spirit has shown me a different light to this, and I'm so grateful and so thankful. But we can be very empathic and blame other people's energies for being at a certain frequency and being where they're at, and it can be tiring, and all of that can be true. However, if I'm the one feeling drained and I'm carrying on to their energy, are they the energy vampire, or am I? Who is sucking on whose energy? Because it is indeed an energetic exchange. And so, to a certain extent, we are both feeding off of each other. If you're constantly calling someone else an energy vampire, that is because you are continuously allowing yourself to be fed on, as well as you are allowing yourself to feast on their energy. So as vampiric as they are is as vampiric as you are. And so that is just a mere reflection of what is happening in your exchange, and it may not feel good for you, right? And you may feel like you're getting sick or congested, or, this can be literal or figuratively, or metaphorically, Nonetheless, the onion dragon is really saying there's layers to your perception, there's layers to your empathy, there's layers to your gifts, right? And it's time for you to release what you think you know, to allow yourself to be open to a new layer with yourself, and know that it is okay for you to heal and grow at the same time, for you to release the old and experience at the same time, okay? So as I'm going through the different dragons, it's giving more messages, right? We have here the kiwi dragon, as mentioned, to bring a little bit more lightness to it. The kiwi dragon, it has its brown hue, and it's fuzzy on the outside, and the inside it's like sweet, and it's green, and it has a lot of seeds. It's very fertile, right? And so sometimes this is about like looking at the beauty within that which may have a different appearance, which we just mentioned. This could also be, how can you find fertility in everything that is going on in your life? How can you find the creative spark in you to, or the muse? That's a good one. Thank you. How do you connect with the experiences around you to act as a muse for your creative endeavors? Right? Kiwi is also fibrous as mentioned, and if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these are also connected with I was going to say vitamin D, but I wanted to say iron. Okay, so iron sharpens iron, vitamin D. So perhaps you are in need of more sun, or perhaps your iron levels. Maybe you're feeling a little bit lethargic or anemic, right? I'm not here to diagnose anyone, but we was talking about that peanut buttery kind of feeling, the thickness and the lethargicness here. So perhaps some of you are just feeling really tired. There's a lot of ascensions and upgrades that's happening at this time. So that would make sense as to why you're feeling tired. However, if this is a constant basis, or you have known yourself to need more iron, I'm also hearing like, spinach, okra, some kale, different foods, but be lighter on your stomach, raise your chi, perhaps do more of the fire breath that we just did to raise up the oxidation in your bloodstream. Okay. Radish dragon with growth, and there's going to be a lot of good luck here. Okay, so I do feel like this is connection to the purification of the blood, but also for some of you, the radish is just helping you go be grounded. And so sometimes we need to bury ourselves in the dark, like fertilization, right? We're fertile with the kiwis and the seeds, right? You put a seed in the dark place and allow for it to, you water it and you allow itself to grow through the darkness. And so there's a lot of growth that's happening here, all right, to bring purification to your blood, to your roots. We were talking about the roots earlier, right, about the foundation and the stability and the connection of your resurrection, right, of your rebirth here. And last but not least, we have the lucky clover dragon. And earlier today, I actually seen a 4-leaf clover. And I thought it was really beautiful that this card also came on. It was the last card, and it says lucky clover dragon, and it has the rainbow. It has 4-leaf clovers, and it has ladybugs around, and it's so beautiful. And so if you have made it this far, if you are feeling called and in tune with this collective message, then Spirit wants you to know that there are major shifts that's happening for your growth, and is going to be very fortunate for you. So allow yourself to continue to learn, to grow, to experience, to be in companionship with yourself and with the people around you, okay? And if the companions around you may seem toxic, or if you have been single and you're scared to allow yourself to be open, that it is okay to be a little bit more vulnerable. All right. And use the lessons of the past to serve you in perfect love and perfect trust. You will know there's the difference between your traumatic voice and the voice that you can truly trust, that's from your highest good. And that's really what the main lesson has been in your experiences with others, is or have those connections been from trauma bonds, traumatic experiences, karmatic experiences? Have you learned those lessons, and have you allowed yourself to neutralize those experiences in a way that just is neutralized and transformed into an energy of love that serves you for your highest and greatest good frequency, in peace, clarity, harmony, right? And joy, happiness, etc., so that you could continue to thrive with healthy discernment to choose how you are going to connect with others, while being both vulnerable and completely divinely guided and protected, right? Some people feel so protected, they may put themselves into dangerous experiences, and Spirit can be like, get the hell up out of Dodge. And if you're not listening to your intuition, you're not listening to the source of your highest good, you're not listening to, the Most High, you're not listening to your spirit guides, your ancestors, your counsel when they're saying get out of Dodge, and you're staying there, learning the lesson from that harsh experience that could have been avoided, right? And not judging yourself for that to begin with, but learn for moving forward in the future. That it is just a layer now that you get to peel away and allow yourself to be open to new experiences that is going to serve its purpose as well. Right? And you may not, you may be so in tune that when spirit says get out of Dodge, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna skedaddle from here. It's time to go. Thank you for the invite, or never make, get to go, say, you know what, I'm good. I think it's best for me to just stay home, whatever, however it needs to be. Greetings. But knowing, right? Knowing how to connect with that and experience the juiciness of life. Yeah. All right, I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, so that's that with with the collective dragons on those. I'm just gonna pull one dragon collective card now for the closing. I have final advice. Oh, here we go. Oh, so beautiful. So again, in the bottom of the deck is 3 cards that are really calling, okay? Almost wants to be 4, but all right. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Black Dragon. So if you were here earlier, it's going full circle, right? It's going full circle because we had the Black Dragon earlier. And so we have the Blue Dragon from the Pleiades, okay? Prepares you to accept source healing. Accept a heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. Yes. Give and receive energies, not from a space that feels vampiric, but from a space of absolute bliss and harmony and receptivity and exchanging that is, so high vibrational. It's a healthy, meaningful connection that is recharging each other, rejuvenating each other, ascending each other, that is saying, you know what, I honor you for who you are, despite of, I love you, I thank you, I'm open to source healing, I'm open, to these other vibrations. We also have the 3 Kings coming up. We also just had, what is the New Year's, the series star, just being the brightest over the sun. We have the alignment. The 3 Kings is also known as epiphanies or the sisters. And they are directly aligned with the pyramids of Giza. Okay. And so there is a lot of connections with the Pleiades. This may also be that you are a star child of the Pleiades as well, and you're bringing forth a lot of activations into the world, and so that's why you're feeling tired. This could also be that, you may have been hard on yourself, and so there's going to be a lot of purges and releases from your heart space to make your heart light as a feather. Okay, it's kind of what I'm hearing, to make your heart light as a feather from the judgments, so that as you release, you ascend for your highest good, to actively live as the source of your being and your natural states, without those mental conditionings and constructs that you have embedded in your space and your being, for the light codes to pour through you and with you, and so that you actually are going to be creating light codes for others as well. Okay, just by your presence, just by your being. I pulled the dragon for the collective this morning, the Black Dragon. Y'all, let me tell you, the Black Dragon came out with Blackberry earlier, the Black Dragon twice. Okay, so yeah, now you confirmation with the Black Dragon. And so Yeah, also some of you may have, I was talking about like congestion or cold or something. There could be a lot of heart chakra activations too. And so some of y'all may have been feeling some mourning or grieving or dense energies from companions or love aspects, which is why that felt heavy. Or just the just wanting to be in a space where, like, yeah, we go through thick and thin with each other type of love activations that may or may not pertain to an external party from you, right? It could just be simply from you and different versions of yourself. Okay, then we have Thor's red, black, and gold dragon protects you in times of change, which we know we are in a major shift right now. There's many paradigm shifts happening right now. There's many collective consciousness shifting right now. There is, we definitely on a collective physical level have many shifts that's going on here, and spiritually we have our own macro and micro shifts that's going on. And so knowing that you are protected, and I was talking about iron, right? And Thor has the iron hammer in a sense, right? And so iron sharpens iron. Okay, there are gonna be certain forms of destruction to separate, but not necessarily separate you in a way where you are separated from your wholeness, but just more to almost like a energetic surgical procedure that is happening for an upgrade, right? It's kind of how I'm being shown here, right? It's energetic is more what I'm seeing here. Like the iron in our blood has to cut through certain impurities to keep our blood pure. And so, when we don't, more toxins can get in there, and it can either slower the blood circulation, or just cause energetic debris in our blood space. And so that's why we have iron in our blood. And so this is also a reminder that as you are connected, I remember I said vitamin D too. They're saying go back to the sun of your being, of your core, and recharge yourself with that light. And as you recharge yourself with that light, let that fire be the fire that burns and purifies your sword within as your armor, and build the iron in your body, to raise up the chi from that which had been dense and lethargic. Okay, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Okay, some of you may be connected with Thor, connected with like the nourish, and that's perfectly fine too. Okay, you may have been feeling called to different colors, the red, the black, the gold, and then we have Source Dragon attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence, magic can happen. Be in the moment. We were talking about the receptivity and how some of you are being called to just rest. Okay, how some of you are getting upgrades at this time and you haven't allowed yourself to be still. And this is a time to be still, to release. And so I know that I haven't been too active on social media lately because of that. And I know that I am going to pace myself at the right time, to come on when I'm supposed to come on and share, and not. I have to answer that call in a moment, and I am going to go in just a moment. But pretty much, the message doesn't get any more clear than that. Take the time to rest if this is your time to rest, and know that you are protected. Know that you you are safe, right? To be in your true energy. And as you are in your stillness, you will receive the directives from source, from your highest self, to move when it is time to move, to release what you need to release, and to work through those things. and that energetic support is around you. And yeah, there's also certain star family I wanted to say earlier, way before saying even light language, about your celestial council uh, connecting with you, because I also felt a lot of avian energy coming through. I mean, I even like my pants, I can't even see it, but has like feathers. There you go. Whatever. Like the feathers and stuff. So straining my legs. I have legs. Ooh, please remember, yes, there's different. So there's the blue avians for sure, which are like one of the oldest avians, if I recall from my download, but that there are actually different types of avians and not just blue avians, which is really interesting. And dragons and avians, there are certain dragons and avians that sometimes don't fully resonate with each other. But I feel like where I'm at with the space, with what I'm channeling, they are collaborating with each other for a certain sacred purpose, and it's so beautiful. And definitely tap in with if you're new to this journey, or even if you're not new, but you may not have call on, your benevolent forces, just allowing yourself to remember your sovereignty, which is why we did the breath of fire, to get in our sovereign spirits, get in our sovereignty and in the spirit of our energy and chi and magic, and knowing that we can create that through our breath. And that's whether it's the dragons, the avians, whether it's the Pleiades or Thor or whatever, right? External or internal as well, that we can choose to be an energetic match for that. But we do not have to hold ourselves hostage to I don't know why, I just feel called to say, like, remember thyself, remember your sovereignty, your energy, and know that it's okay to have support. Okay, thank you. For example, you may have friends. We were talking about companions, right? Some of you may have been really codependent on your companionship with your friends, and when you don't have that companionship, it's like seeking external validation or companionship all the time, because you haven't connected with your own energy. And so that's where they were saying about the harvesting of energy and the vampiric energy, to, like, feed yourself in a sense, and then allow yourself the grace of connecting with others in a healthy manner, knowing that, yeah, this is a support system. They support me, I support them, and it's great. We have energetic exchanges to do in life, good, bad, or indifferent, and it's serving our highest and greatest good. However, I do not have to solely rely on their energies to create happiness in my life. Some people need other people to make them happy, because they have yet to find happiness on their own. They found happiness within them, which is why they become happy, because happiness is an inside job nonetheless. But they have a hard time accessing that happiness unless they are around particular individuals that make them happy. Now, when you get to a space where you can create that happiness for yourself, with yourself and nobody else, this is when you are truly in your divinity and say, yeah, they actually add to my happiness. They add to my happiness, and for that I am grateful. But it is up to me to be happy despite the circumstances or energies around me. right? And that is a beautiful thing. And it's okay to say, I like to make other people happy too. And so I'm going to present happiness into the world as well, but just receive yourself at this time. Really allow yourself to receive yourself at this time. Get in tune with yourself. I used to say that all the time. Oh, you make me happy. No, it's adding. They literally told me that, like, I can't make you happy. I can only add to your happiness. And I was like, well, yeah, duh. But those weren't the words that I was saying to myself, And so your body is always listening. Your cells are always listening. You are the secret ingredient. You are the magic. You are the dragon. Tap in. Okay? Love yourself. That's it. That is all. Peace out. Yes, I love my solitude too. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go. Peace.